Welcome to Envision Broadcasting, the station designed to encourage, equip, and empower you for growth and success. Envisioned is honored to bring you Get Motivated with Donato Parisi, a show designed to reach you where you are, focusing on the fact that you can be anything you want and desire. All you have to do is get motivated. If you need a challenge in your life, then look no further. Get Motivated with Donato begins now.
And I'll just introduce you and stuff, and then start asking you a bunch of questions.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll get going in 3, 2, 1. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Get Motivated with Donato. I've got a special guest here that I'm looking forward to speaking with. I've known him now personally for a little while, and we're actually in the Next Best You book together. So I'm really excited to hear his story, his testimony, really, on what he has to share. So everybody, please welcome Wilnord.
Good afternoon. I'm so overjoyed to be here today at this special show. My name is Wilnord Louis Charles. I'm from Haiti and reside in Florida. I'm a father, a husband, and I'm Christian. So I'm so glad to be here today.
All right. Well, I'm so happy to have you here on the show today also. So,
my pleasure.
Before we get into, all the nitty gritty, the hard details and those kinds of things, I always like to ask people an icebreaker question. So if you could meet anyone, past or present, who would that be and why?
I would say if I could meet anyone, it would be Bob Proctor. Even though I had a chance to learn from him virtually, but I think Bob Proctor would be one of the person I would like to meet. Bob is, as you know, is a renowned motivational speaker. He's a great author. I like his teaching, and especially the law of attraction and the power of mind. Because before I didn't know, like, we have the mind, we have the subconscious mind, and I didn't know also the mind has so much power on our life. I didn't know that. I didn't know the subconscious mind. I think when I think about Bob Proctor's trajectory, I would be eager to soak into his knowledge. And when you look at his goal setting, the mindset mastery, and the importance of self-belief that he was teaching, I think Bob Proctor will be one of the person I would like to meet face to face, spend time with him and learn from him. And unfortunately, he transitioned to the other side. But yeah, that was one of my goals too. And he was actually on my vision board to meet him. So meeting Bob will offer me a really great chance to not only learn from him, but to get, where he get the lows, the highs, to see how he actually transition, like he works between those things. I would say Bob Proctor.
Yeah, I've seen Bob, like, how you have too in the videos and stuff, and heard his testimony, and I mean it's really powerful where he came from, all of those different things. But yeah, he was such a great man. The good thing is there's still enough information out there that we can still learn from Bob.
Yes.
He passed earlier this year, and our mentor John Tallarico as well has had that personal relationship with him. So yeah, so we're definitely part of that influence of people that have been influenced by Bob in some way, shape, or form. So
yes,
now it's our duty, it's our call to take up what we know, right, and then get that out there and encourage and motivate others. And that's kind of what this show is about, right? It's called Get Motivated. And that's why we're doing this, right? Is to
Yes.
get that word out there, to motivate people, to get them up off the couch, and to inspire them, kind of like how Bob inspired us, right? So to that, I want to know from you what your unique perspective is when you hear that phrase, get motivated. What does that mean to you?
I believe that any day you have a chance to wake up, you have two things you can do. You can go through life with all those excuses, or you can focus on achieving your goals. So we all have that every day. So many people, they go through the day with all the bad things, all the bad aspects. But other people, they wake up in the morning and they go through the day with all the positive things, with expectation. From my unique perspective, getting motivated means finding the internal drive and passion to pursue, your meaningful goals and make positive change in one's life. Because for me, if I resonate that to my life, when I raised in Haiti, when I grew up, I had to give myself some time of motivation, but my motivation came from my reason why. The reason why I was doing things in life, because someone says perspective drive performance, and I think if you got motivation and you don't have a goal where you want to go, motivation will not serve you anything. You need to get motivation while you're walking into something, while you're walking toward your goals, while you're walking toward your dreams. Because motivation is for a moment. You can get motivated. You can hear Mr. Donaldo speak, give you like a great speech, and you get motivated for a second, for 3 days, then you don't have motivation anymore because you're not walking toward anything. So for me, I think get motivated goes beyond simply feeling energized or not only excited, but it's about establishing a deep sense of purpose and unlocking your potential, your full potential. To me, getting motivated is like getting a fire in you. You got that fire, but you need to keep working in something. You need to have something that you're working on. Like, let's say you are a very energetic person. You want to get things done, but you don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know where you are going. So
Right.
yeah, since you don't know where you're going, even you get the motivation, you're gonna get, when you face setbacks, you face discouragement, you're just gonna stop because you don't really know where you're going. You don't have a reason. You don't have a reason why. You don't have like a mission. You don't have like a vision for your life. So I think motivation for me, get motivated for me, is acknowledging and embracing the challenge, the obstacles that lie in front of you, while you're still finding the courage and determination to move forward every day.
That's awesome, man.
Mhm.
That's great. I appreciate that. And I think I want to hear a little bit more about your backstory, because I think you definitely have something there. I mean, you've mentioned it already. You came from Haiti.
Mhm.
I know that you didn't even know English really when you came over here.
Yes,
And I mean, that in and of itself is challenging and probably scary, and all sorts of different probably emotions and experiences that you're having with that. Tell us a little bit about your backstory there, and because obviously being motivated, getting motivated is core to all of that. To taking that challenge to coming over to another country.
exactly. I'm so excited to talk about that. So in the protocol world, people now, they see me, because people don't know your story. and I
Right.
like the backstory. I like to go to the backstory. Now people can call me author, motivational speaker. They can call me coach and anything. But before I get through those things, I was born and raised in Haiti in a family of 6 persons, but we were actually 8 person living in one small bedroom with a dirt floor. And
Wow.
my dad also came from like a single mother. My mom came from like a house with domestic violence. She was also raised with from house to houses. So thing wasn't easy for them when they get married. And my dad was only 19 when he get married, and also got me at the age of 20. So things was really tough for them. But my dad always, he was, if he's a true believer in God, he always pray and actually asking God for things that we can even visualize at that time, because we were surrounded with poverty. We were surrounded with poverty. All we can see was like poverty. And I remember the 10 closest house next to my house, they were also dirt floor. And we don't see light, we don't see any, we didn't know anything about fridge and television, nothing like that. And we were really, I came really from a low background. But through those experience, I've learned the true meaning of perseverance. And I didn't see those things, those moments in my life like my identity, because my dad said all the time to me, where we are, we don't have to stay here, but we need to have a goal. We need to have a vision. We need to know that we not belong there. And I remember when I had to go to middle school, actually, me and my sister, we had to share the same backpack. We had to share one backpack because my dad could not afford to get like 2 backpacks for us, and we had to share sometimes the same books too. Things was really hard for us. You wake up in the morning, you have one uniform for the year, and we had like one pair of shoes for the entire year of school. Now you see I got so many shoes. My kids, they don't really want to put white, they want to put plain color, they have like so many choices. But at that time, me and my sisters and my other brother, we had no choice. We just had to wake up in the morning, you know, go to school, eat at home, and spend the day at school. We had no money to eat at school. We were in the middle school at that time. And after middle school, we had to go to high school. When I get to high school, I had to move to like a different um, town, because my hometown, we had no high school at that time. We had no high school.
Mm.
So I had to leave my dad and my mom. Thing was really
Really?
hard for me. And I was 14, and my sister was like 12 and a half at that time. And we had to face all those challenges.
Wow.
Go to it, yeah. Go to like a different town where we don't know like so many people. We had to start making friends and stuff like that. And I remember when I was 14, I had to make a decision, because I was like 14, but I was like a great observer of life. I was looking at things, where things going for my family, and I was like always question why thing has to be so hard for my parents, why they had to do like to fight so hard to just make end meet. And I was questioning things like that. And when I was 14, I made a decision. I said, you know what? I had to help my parents. I have to do something, especially for my mom. I love my mom dearly. And I was like, what can I do to help them? And the only thing I saw in my around at that time was only maybe go to college, maybe to finish high school and go to college. Then I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm going to find a way to go to college. And I finished high school and I went to college. So when I get to a different town, actually, for college, things become tougher for me, because
Mm.
it's a big town. Now you can walk to go to school it's school are very little far. You have to take like sometimes like taxi. You have to take like a cab to go to school, but not all the time we have money. Not all the time we have money to eat. Sometimes I had to wait for like 2 days waiting for my dad to send money for me because things was like not so easy. I couldn't get money to eat or to pay for even like for books at school. I remember I spent all my time in college. I had no computer. I didn't have any laptop. When I have to do like paperwork, I have to go somewhere, pay for hours to type my papers or to do little research. But I had no books. I had to get my friend books, make copies and stuff like that. But all those moments in life like were like there to like strengthen me because at that time I couldn't give up because if I stop, I got all the reason in the world to stop, not to go. But I said, if I stop, what's gonna happen? Maybe in the next few years I'm gonna be in the same position or maybe in the worst position. And I remember my second year in college, my dad couldn't afford to pay for the rent. You know, we got in Haiti, you pay for the year. You don't pay for like every month. Certain places you don't pay every month. So
Oh yeah.
after like my second year, my dad couldn't pay. So, and I stay in the house, and then the lender came one day, he said, you have to leave tomorrow because it's been like 4 months. I haven't received money. So basically tomorrow morning, you're gonna have to leave. And I didn't know where to go. And I called my dad on the phone. I said, Dad, how you doing? I got a problem. Tomorrow morning they asked me to leave the house because we didn't pay. We haven't paid for the rent. And I said, you're close to my mom? Don't say that to my mom because I know she's gonna really shock. And I gotta sit down because sometimes in life you feel lost. You have to take the time to think. I sit down, I relax, and I pray. I say, God, what should I do? I'm trying to do the good thing. So now I'm facing a situation where I have to leave college. That was my dream to help my mom to go to college. That was my dream to finish college and help my dad pay their debt and get them a better life. But now I have to leave and I'm second year in college. What should I do? Then I called one of my friends. I said, tomorrow I have to leave the house. He said to me, okay, that's fine. You can come to my house, but the only thing you can sleep, but you're not going to be able to put your stuff in my house because I have this very small room. I said, it's fine. And I called another neighbor. I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do because my parents live far away and they asked me to leave the house. What should I do? Or can you help? They said to me, I'm not gonna be able to take you in my house, but I can put your stuff in a small room. I said, perfect. Now I'm good. So now I have to face that moment where I live in a place, in my clothes, my everything is somewhere else. What I did at that time was the reason why I was doing high school, I was doing college was so significant to me. I couldn't leave. I couldn't give up. I didn't want to go back to my hometown because if I did, I'm gonna meet my parents living the same life and maybe get to the worst thing in life. So I stay in my friend's house until my father get back up and he could pay back. I can get my room back, and I stay there. And I graduate high school. Fortunately, actually, I graduate college. Fortunately, and I get a job at the bank. I was the first one in my family have a job in a nice position, in a salary position, and I had to pay my mom's debt, my dad's debts because they were like people disrespect by people all the time because they have to take from you to pay the other person, take from the other person to pay the other person. Thing was really hard. But with the reason why I was doing those things, the reason why we were living, and my dad said to me all the time, nothing in life is permanent. Everything is temporary. They are here for a season. And if you can outlast those moments, you can go wherever you want in life. And everything we have at that time was only hope. hope the future will be better, hope that tomorrow will be something different. So that's pretty much my backstory. Then things getting a job, getting a better job, things getting better for my family, and moving to the US in 2013 was another experience because I was the first one in my family to travel to the US. I was the first one. And when I came here, even though my wife was here and my daughter before me, 4 years before me, but they had no job at the time. I came in the US and I had to face like many challenges. I had no cars at first. I had no friend around, no people I could call and ask for any help, except for my wife parents. But I had no other people. So I had to face those things. I had to go and find myself a job. And I got a job. My first job, I remember I was at a car wash. I had to spend like almost a year at that job. Then I get promoted to a valley job. I was so happy because I was around people who speak English because my goal was like to learn English at that time. Then one day I was looking for help. I was like, I need help. I need somebody to talk to. I need advice. And I was going online looking for motivational speech, looking for like motivational message. Then I found Les Brown who was talking about his story. It's possible. And when I heard that story, the story resonated to me. The way he raised in Liberty City, Miami, with an adopted mother, those things kind of resonate to me. And I realized that with perseverance, with resilience, there's nothing you cannot face in life. You can carry the lesson, learn from upbringing as a driving force in your life to create positive change. Not just for my own life, but also for the life of my wife, the life of my parents and Haley. So that's pretty much my backstory. And then get with John Talarico was a life-changing for me. It was really a life-changing for me. Go to TIR program and learn from Bob Proctor's material with John was like something really, really, really powerful and deep in my life.
Yeah, no doubt. Wow, I mean, that's so much. I mean, your story is so powerful there, and I can't even imagine. And that's the thing. Like, you're a true testimony for perseverance. I mean, the things that you've gone through, and that you stuck to it, and that when things even did get hard, because things do get hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
You knew to center up and focus on God, to ask Him for direction, right? You sought after God, and He showed you the way, and just all of those things that you've gone through. I mean, that's just a huge testimony of perseverance. And I hope that the people watching especially can gain some appreciation, because here in America, we're not necessarily faced with those kinds of challenges that you've grown up with. Even some of us older people that maybe came from way back when, or myself, I was a little kid in the 70s. I might have went through some stuff, but nothing nothing close to what you had to go through, and sharing a backpack with your sister and different things like that. So I mean, it just shows you, like, that stuff is still real. It's happening today. There's still challenges out there that we all face, and it doesn't matter from what walks of life we come from. So the thing that impressed me most is that through it all, you knew when to seek God, and you did it.
Yes.
You didn't just give up, throw your hands up, and say, I'm done. You kept pressing on, and that's what we all need to do. We need to have that focus, that determination, that
Mhm.
motivation, right, to keep pressing forward. Now, we share a lot of the same mentors, right? Bob
Yes.
Proctor, you mentioned, John Tallarico, and then Les Brown with the book here that I was in, The Greatness in You. We're both part of the Power Voice and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we got that good teaching there from Les also, as well as Bob Proctor. You were talking about mindset earlier, um, the conscious and the subconscious.
Mhm.
Um, Tell us a little bit more about that, because I think there's something there that resonates within you that changed your life, and I want to hear more about that.
All right. I'm so glad to talk about that. Um, as human, we have the tendency to believe that what we can see, what we can touch, what we can hear, what we can smell, they are who we are. That's why we think. Primarily, those things are here to keep us safe. They are like sensory faculties. They only here to keep us safe. But God, we were created with those mental faculties. We have imagination. We have intuition. We have reasons. We have will. We have like 6 mental faculties. They are here. If we use them, we have perception. If we really use those mental faculties, we can do anything in life. Because as human, we have control over our destiny. God is first. We have to put God first. But God gave us the intelligence to create things,
Mm-hmm.
to create a better life. So Bob Proctor was talking one day about the reason so many people cannot achieve success in their life, because primarily success built in your mind. You need to have the mindset of a winner in order for you to be successful in this life. But he was talking also about the two parts of the mind, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. And the part I like the most about it, he said the subconscious mind is like a CD. You put a CD in the machine and you keep download pictures, photos, and everything. So the conscious mind is that part here. If you keep putting all the negative things, download all the negative things in your life, all the negative things every day. I cannot do that. I cannot afford that. That's too much for me. I'm not strong enough. Those things, your subconscious like keep recording. But now it's up to you, because from the age of 0 to 7, the kids don't have what we call the conscious mind. They only have the subconscious mind. The only thing they do from this age is like downloading things from the
Right.
subconscious. And basically, we are a total sum of our habits. So basically, when I heard that from Bob Proctor, you can actually reprogram your subconscious. I was like, how can we do that? How can we reprogram our mind? In while listening to Bob or to his program, listen to Bruce Lipton also, I realized like we as human, we can make a choice. Once we have the knowledge, when we realize we are the owner, we are the captain of our life, we can use this power, the mind, because the mind govern our life. The mind govern our body. So basically, whatever you keep doing in it every day is the paradigm. Is the paradigm what we get in life from your childhood, or maybe what you cannot control that just come to your life, even your adult. You can just live a life with no control. That's why I like Dr. Pamela's show, Purpose. He was talking about living life on purpose. because we need to live a life with purpose. Because if you are not intentional about your life, you're just gonna live a life with no direction. You know, that's why the power of conscious mind, the subconscious, the conscious mind, I think is something everybody should sit down and do research and learn, because we have that govern our life, and we don't even pay attention why we do certain things. We just do things in life, and we see other people doing certain things, but we don't know why. We don't know why we do certain things. And that's why sometimes the quality of what we keep thinking will determine the quality of the result we have in life. And the quality of the result we have is basically the quality of our life. In order for us to change that, we need to change our mind. And I think it's very, very important. That's why I made myself to mission to help other people to discover that they have this power in them, and they can change their life and other people's life.
Right. No, that's awesome, man. And that is so true.
Thank you for listening to Get Motivated with Donato, where Donato speaks with leaders, authors, influencers, and speakers who share their life journeys with motivational tips, lessons learned, and keys of success that will motivate you to change your life. Follow Donato on Facebook and LinkedIn at Donato Parisi, or go to donatomotivates.com. Remember, you can be anything you want and desire. All you have to do is get motivated.